I first knew of Sammy Moon as far back as the 70s. I was actually working in radio in Texas, and Sammy's name was in the trades. WKY radio was legendary, and Sammy was always connected with that. He was just one of those great guys.
One of the cool things about watching my dad work, since he started the agency right around the time I was born, and I got to see, you know, the agency grow as I was growing up, and one of the things that he always kind of instilled in me and my brother was, you know, do whatever it takes and always do the right thing. And so early on when the agency had just started, he had a client that went out of business, but he had already placed all these media buys. And so even though it didn't necessarily make the most business smarts, he did the right thing, and he went ahead and paid those media purchases because he didn't want the media reps to get fined for it or not get their commission. And it actually led to be such a great story that it made our agency even more successful as time went on.
I'm coming into an industry that I really did not know much about. It was interesting to see Sammy kind of take me under his wing. And I remember a day when he brought me about 5 books. He had a gazillion books in his office and at home in his study, and he brought me these books and he set them on my desk and he said, "Okay, Richie, we're gonna start learning advertising." And I did. I read almost all of them, not quite all of them, but almost all of them. And he would quiz me, and that's how I started learning.
I met Sammy in the late 70s. We were working together as account executives at a local advertising agency. And I had not known Sammy very long. We were talking one day about setting goals. And I asked him, "Sammy, what's your goal for next year?" And I don't know what I expected him to say, something about new business or billing or something like that. And he kind of surprised me. He came back and he said, "My goal for next year is just to be the best account executive I can be."
He was always very supportive of me following my dreams and doing what I wanted to do. Whenever I decided I wanted to do websites, he really wanted me to push for that. And he just wanted me to be happy and further my career.
Yeah, I think working with Sammy was really cool because working with agencies can always be a little tricky. You guys know who you are. He was always one that you just felt like you were just working with Sammy. It wasn't like this was my agency of record, or this was the business I went to create my product in media, TV or radio spots. It was just, I was working with Sammy, and he was just kind of a creative genius to work with.
Always put me in the right positions to learn, to get hands-on experience, whether it was going on a shoot with Preston or going to ad clubs so I could meet more people and just learn the industry. He always knew those right places to put me at the right times, and I think that that was the most beneficial way for me to learn.
Yeah, there's the old saying that nice guys finish last. Sammy Moon was one of the really great, nice guys, and I don't think he ever finished last at anything.
Sammy was very thoughtful. If I had to pick a word to describe him, he was thoughtful. A little gift when I bought a new car. He gave me a tape to play in my car. That's back when music was on tape. Just a very thoughtful thing. When he named his advertising agency, when he started Mason and Moon, he named it for his father. His father was the Mason of Mason and Moon, and I just thought that was always a very fitting tribute to his father. So that's the word I'd pick for Sammy in all of his dealings, whether it was, you know, interpersonal or business relationship. He was just a very thoughtful person.
Sammy was the heart and soul of the company, and he was the glue that held us all together. And when he passed away, the company was never the same, and well, we were never the same.
One of the interesting things about my dad that most people don't know is everybody calls him Sammy. Well, Sammy's actually not his real name. His real name is Donald. And he actually got the name Sammy when he started to work at WKY. He walked in and Danny Williams said, "You know what, Don, you can work here, but you can't go by Don because we already have a Don on the air. So I'm going to call you Sammy."
Well, for the last time, I shall say thank you for listening to Sammy Moon. The next time we talk, it'll have to be 1-to-1, I'm afraid. J.J. Jeffrey will be here Monday at 12:05. He's a good person. Enjoy his show. Thank you very much. This is Beach Baby, first class. I'll see you.